So, why remember Atlantis in this time, right now, when it is this moment that we are in now that is the important? To be here and now in order to be more fully of an expression of who you are as a soul authentically. Many people might wonder why so many people are drawn to the life in Atlantis and why so many people resonate with it in this life and why so many of us are here and now again. And in this video I will just try to explain a little bit to give some perspectives of why I personally had to remember, and not only remember, but it was like reliving myself in the life of Atlantis. I do have another video which is when you scroll down in my YouTube channel where I explain more in detail about the different memories in Atlantis and why I had to go through them in a more detail of how it was to live that time and what I had to go through more in a more deeper sense. This will be in a more generalized way of how Atlantis is ready to right now. So that time, like everyone knows, I guess who are listening to these videos knows that in the time of Atlantis when it fell, collapsed the whole society almost. We know that it's due to a cosmic intervention that was ready for us to go through on Earth, but many people were not ready to go through it. Because the way we were living in Atlantis was living purely authentically from a space of within. Everyone knew and understood the power of living from within, more or less depending on the person's evolution and also mission in that life, soul mission. And since we were very aware of how thoughts and feelings, emotions, that they're all energies, we also had different school systems to become masters of it and to know how to transmute them in this learning process in a deeper way, so that we were able to manifest more of ourselves in the life. But it was not about, yes, we knew how powerful we were from living from within in that life, but it was not really about the way we were living. In my memories was really not about using power at all. It was really living in oneness, in harmony with the universe and Mother Earth. It's like understanding how we are energetically a part of Mother Earth and all the other beings that are part of our oversoul group here on the physical plane, and living from that open portal from within. And in my life, I knew that time how to connect to that pillar of light in the middle, how to open the portal in order to cleanse, clear energies. And the sounds are very... I have another video going to go down also when you can hear that sound which is channeled through that pillar of light in a state of trance. It's very powerful, it's very strong. You can call it sounds of crystal because it's very high frequency. And what it actually is light expressed as sound. So that light expressed as sound came from harmony in my body, becoming this pillar of light in my body as a portal between the cosmos and Mother Earth in order to transmute energies in the environment for the society, and also for giving messages for the right people at the right times in the right ways for their highest good. So it was always about living for the highest good. We were not attached so much to our own, we were not, to be honest, we were not living in a very selfish way. We were quite united we were living in harmony in that society in that way. But so here we come to the point that some entities were not able to understand how to live from that energetic point of view. And if you imagine these people, these beings, understanding the power within, but in the same time using it for their own good, for power, for greed, for control, to keep people in fear, then of course things would go wrong if and that would affect even the whole earth. Like that, of course, that would create natural disasters. So from my understanding of all the lives, my past lives that I had to go through to remember who I am right now, and all these different parts of me to release also of who I am not, that we have learned in the society in this life, it's a 12,000 years. So I see this as a 12,000 year cycle. And now we are back again in a time when there's a cosmic intervention, when there is a time to, okay, we cannot live anymore in this destructive way. We have to learn to empower ourselves, to learn to live from this energetic point of view in the fourth dimension, just in the same way like how we were living in Atlantis. So that was natural for us to live like that, and it was something that was just part of the society. The difference between now and then, though, is that, so here's the thing, why I had to go back to Atlantis to relive my body, how it felt like being that man in that life, was to integrate that energy. I felt like becoming this cube, rock, crystal, whatever it is, to become this in my body. So it's like I feel myself here in my body, everywhere in my body. I am in control of my thoughts and emotions in my body by the awareness and holding space for it, by equilibrium. I'm not perfect. Everyone is here in the learning process, but this is what we are learning right now on Earth, to become this again. So reliving my memories in Atlantis was not about trying to remember some things just for fun. It was really to reactivate this energy in my body to become more of a full potential of expression of my soul, which also means in order to live in a state of flow with the universe, your body becomes a magnet to the divine will. And this is what we create, this crystal energy from within, at making space for us to become more free flow of energy, more full expression, more empowerment, more of this, what many people are now aware of, release all of these limitations that we were learned in the society previously. And now when we are in the state of becoming free, this releasing that all that we are not understanding how the thoughts and emotions are energies in the body, releasing through that all that we are not, in order to come more free, in order to express our fully freely, to live for a higher purpose, and trusting more the feelings within, basically. And this is also a way, when I learn how to live with this, I know how to open the portal from within me, my connection to the cosmos, to bring it down here on Earth, and also connect it from the Earth, the crystal energy from the Earth. Also know how to close it. Yes, we have the guides and the connection, but it's important to know how to be in control of your energy, how to be your higher self expressed in this physical body. So that's the process. That's why I had to relive my memories in Atlantis, live it like in my full body, in order to release that are not what is blocking me in order to live like that again. So this is the process of how we are shifting also from carbon-based into more crystalline-based bodies. Like now, for example, I don't feel heavy, I feel very light, I feel almost like I'm flying sometimes. And if I want to fly, not really physically fly, but you know, I can run uphill if I want, just with the power of the intention. So this is how we were. Was normal. This is normal. It's nothing strange. It's just this is how we were living in Atlantis. The power of intention, and knowing it. And so when these beings took control and abused this energy, and we disappeared in the society, we knew before that we would start a 12,000 year cycle. We knew that some of us have to sacrifice our lives to come back here on Earth again and again, to live from this truth of within and share that, even though this world was dominated by this control, fear, greed, manipulation. that was not allowing people to live like that, which is even in religions. Of course we knew we might be killed. So in many lifetimes, people like me, we were killed again and again, but because it was also a test for us. Because every life you live, you collect the merit from the energy of how you were living that life in the 8th dimension. Everything is stored in other dimensions of all the information of how you lived. Did you learn what you were supposed to learn? And did you not? Then you have to come back again and learn this and that. And just going through these karmic cycles and living your best as you can. And the more you were living through these 12,000 years, according to the infinite soul, to the purpose of highest good, you knew how to be connected to the universe, and you knew that even though you would die, this would come back in another way to give you support later on. And even in that life, even though it was not supported in many ways, but we were able to anyway collect that energetic, the karma you can call it also, through 12,000 years. So now when we are in a pivotal point of time, to close this cycle, it also means that the beings, entities who were living from this energy of power, greed, and control, they know that we have accumulated this karmic energy from within us, from trusting, from even sacrificing this to live in harmony with the universe, no matter what. So through all these lives, we have collected this karmic energy with Mother Earth to take back this crystalline energy, higher frequency energy, free flow of energy, to be in oneness with Mother Earth. That's why we implanted the crystal technologies before. I remember this in my past life also, why we did it, because we knew that we would disappear and we knew that we would start this process. Now, once we are closing it, those the entities that were not able to evolve into this state, from living from within, with the universe, harmony with Mother Earth, they have accumulated their so-called negative karma that they did what they have to pay back. Because that's why we say that the Earth is splitting right now. The energy that they have collected through this 12,000 year cycle, what they have learned is what they need to go through and have a payback from. So the people who are choose to live more in fear and under fear as victims, in control and so on, they will have to go down a path that will, if they're not ready for this evolution, they will just unfortunately go down the hill of that energy, which is trying to compose itself even more in this time right now on Earth, to gain even more control, because they know that people are becoming free, that they cannot control the souls. So they try to keep people in a state of illusion so that they control them more. We all know this, what's going on in the world right now. It's nothing new. It's just a trigger for you to start to take responsibility for how you want to feel, for who you are as a soul. What is your role to play here? And reliving lives where we were living like that is very crucial, very important, because this all needs to come from within us. All this crystalline energy from higher frequency states that we are bringing up Earth by being here with Mother Earth in this process, it needs to come from within us. It's that source energy from within us that connects us all. And so it's also this unity consciousness of us being in oneness with everything else, and also in the same time knowing how to be a sovereign being, of knowing yourself, how you want to feel, who you are, not making yourself smaller. So knowing that you are a unique soul, and learning how to live with that according to the universe. We are all learning it at this time again. So this was the purpose of why I had to relive my life in Atlantis. And so basically now, when we are again in this pivotal point of these entities trying to use greed and manipulation and control, they don't have that energetic connection with Mother Earth anymore, because we who have come here and sacrificed our lives, we have lived from that eternal way of living, eternal soul, without so much attachments. And us have created, thanks to all of us, we have created this energy from within, a higher state, higher frequency. Us who are able and willing to live like that. We are increasing and raising the frequency with Mother Earth to take back our power, our birthright to be who we are, to take back our birthright to live oneness with the universe freely. And of course, there are always roadblocks here and there in our lives, but this is like living from within and not living from codependency anymore, not living from fear. That is also living your purpose. So now when we have this, we have accumulated this energy from within us, from all these lives, from 12,000 years. We are ready now. So that's why we have energetic support. That's why we are already in 2 different worlds. When you're ready to step into this other world, then you are ready to live from that energetically. And to live that from an energetic point of view, I had to relive that life and become that body, energetically that body again. Of course, I'm a woman now, but energetically that in my body again this life. In one more closer connection to the galactic teams and who are supporting us here, the angelics, elementals, Mother Earth, and so on, who your oversoul group is, being oneness from the body. That means also the state of eternity more. So now we have, so again I'm repeating, we have accumulated this energy in 12,000 years to come back to becoming more crystalline bodies, just like we were living in Atlantis. By realizing this comes from within, and what is happening on our world right now is testing us, testing and testing and testing. The more people are allowing themselves to be put down and be bound by it, then they will be bound by it and they will go down, unfortunately. And we who continue here raising the frequency, we are the ones who bringing it up, but knowing that it comes from within us. This is also learning how to come back to that same way of living in Atlantis again. And we all are really unique. When you start to tap into this multidimensional reality, which is who you are, your natural state of being, but it needs to come from a deep state of peace, equilibrium. In that state of relaxation, you are able to have access more for this and create it from within. Like, yes, we can. I also use crystals still. They are very healing and like that, just like the old way of doing Reiki, and which is still, not always, still useful for the people. Healing is like such a big word that you cannot even label it. It's just what is your way. So that's it. I'm not gonna go into that anymore. But the new reality, what I'm trying to say here, will be when you talk about crystals, it's about increasing that from within you, from your connection as a soul with Mother Earth, to take back that energy. How we were living in Atlantis again is available for us, and it's not gonna go down anymore. We can become as powerful as we were that time, but it's not gonna go down. We are the ones taking back the power now. That's the difference. We have accumulated that merit, energetic merit. So I still use crystals, like here also in my home, for increase of frequencies, energies, connections, healing. But it's really from within that we are creating this, by releasing, by awareness in the body. It's not going to be so much in the dream world anymore. And many people you can still use psychic seeing and sharing, channeling information and so on, but ultimately it's why everyone is kind of being tested to know how to use that information to your higher self from within you, your body, and anchor it in your body, release that, so you know how to be open portal and channel that from within you, so you know at all times to be on the right place at the right time, to do, you feel that you are living your place here on earth. I hope this makes sense. This is just explained how I would explain this, in my way, according to my experience. We all have our own ways, our own thing to share here on earth, what we are supposed to share by being who we are. So this is something that I'm supposed to share on earth at this time. Thank you for listening, and thank you for being here, connecting with me, whoever resonates with me, and we're all here together. Thank you.